Welcome to this online training for oral grades. In this first video, we'll look at the factors we use to determine oral grades. The first thing we will look at is ranking factors. And in order to do this, we will use the following criteria: very important, important, and not important factors. Let's take a look at the characteristics of the not important ones. They are subjective and irrelevant for a grade. For example, if a student asks several questions about homework, that doesn't really have anything to do with their performance in class. Now, the very important and important ones have two characteristics in common. They are both objective and relevant. So, what makes a difference? A very important factor is critical to the grade. This means that a very important factor can make a difference between a very good or a good performance. In other words, giving a 10 or giving a 9. And of course, this also means having a pass or not pass criterion, such as giving a 7 or giving a 5. Now we'll look at some examples of each. As we mentioned before, asking questions about homework is not really important because that is not performance related. But what about a student making mistakes with the pronunciation of regular verbs in past? It becomes important because in some cases, communication may not take place. For example, if the student omits the sound of the past, then the listener may think the information is in the present. Mistakes are part of the learning process, so that's an important factor, but non-critical. However, if after correcting the student, he keeps making the same mistakes, it means that the student is not incorporating correction, and that will become a very important factor, which is critical to the grade. So, let's recap. We should always rank factors by asking ourselves what the effect on the student's actual performance is, whether it is positive or negative. And we have to think about the impact of the effect. Do I see my student having real communication outside the classroom? Think about this when you do the following activity. And you can continue with the next part of the topic now.